Right, this is the grey bit here. Come a bit closer, have a little look. So as you can see in here, you've got these little buttons here, and that helps to open it up. So pop those in and literally pull it apart, and it does that. Okay, that's quite a complicated part looking at that. And then what we're going to do here is, you can see this rim that's all the way around it here, is we're literally going to slide that bit in and around into that rim. Okay, so that it fits in nicely like so. It might be better if I did off the end of the table. There you go. I can use two hands. So that bit in there, pop that around, click it into place. Okay, there you go. So it's in place, and it fits just up underneath. So looking at this next bit here, there we go. There's lots of different shapes, okay, including a square one there, and this locating ring here has actually got a square in place. Alright, so the idea is to put that square where that square is, and then we'll give it half a twist. Noticing that I'll just pop in these wires, threads, whatever you want to call them, so they're on the outside here now rather than tucked in behind. Okay, let's find that little location. There we go. Alright, and I don't know if you can see that, but there is actually a tiny little arrow there and another little arrow there. Okay, so once that's in place, and now it allows itself to spin around. There we go, and that's locked in place. Nicely done. Okay, pause it. Thank you. Okay, and now it's got it in place. It makes perfect sense. This bumper bit here is actually to stop you cutting your toes rather than actually up against the wall, because of course when you want to go up against the wall you need to have the threads poking out and not the bumper, so that makes perfect sense. Clever little design they've got here, look, they've got a button on the front here, so when you want to do strimming of your edges, okay, quite simply pop the button in and it will click around 90 degrees, so that now, okay, it's facing downwards, and if I wanted to do that front edge, you can actually do it like so as you go along. Alright, and this is the piece here that goes towards the grass. Alright, and again, to push it back again, click that, it literally drops back in and clicks in. You hear that click there. Pretty straightforward. Here you can see there's a little button, and that's to get these out, because as you're probably already aware, they break a lot. So to get those back out again, you just simply press that button, give it a quarter turn, and they'll come out a little bit more. Alright, they've also got little markers here, there and there, so while it's down here you can actually see where the threads are going to be. Alright, so anything in that arc there, okay, is where you've got to keep your hands away and keep your feet away. Right, there we go. Let's go and put it into action. So there you have the Flymo Contour XT. Thank you. Okay, so here we are in the garden. This is the Flymo, remember, the Contour XT. It's all put together and it's all plugged in. Oopsie, it's got a nice long lead up there. You'll probably notice here that they've got two handles. So they've got one where is locked, and then you've got to press this one in and the other one as well to get it to work. Okay, so those two together. Things to note, when I undid the knots here, it was a bit too long, so as it spun around its first one, they cut off. And wearing shorts isn't really a good idea for strimming, but there you go. So as it spins round, it cut those ends off and threw them off. So watch out for your feet. Here we go, let's give it a little go, shall we? So quite simply, press the little trigger and the big trigger at the same time. Whoa, that is really, really good. Well, half an hour in, and this is how it looks inside. Okay, it looks like one of the things is broken off, and it's quite simple. I shall do it in a minute with two hands, but you press that button there and feed it through, and it sends out another little piece. But yeah, very effective.